And now the start of offense with your Montclair State Redhawks. Sophomore tackle, number 77, Sam Ray. Senior guard, number 54, Angelo Greer. Junior center, number 71, Nick McCroney. Junior guard, number 58, Calvin Guluski. Senior tackle, number 75, Joe Conti. Senior running back, number 1, Adeline Mendez. Sophomore fullback, number 25, Gary Marino. Senior tight end, number 81, Eric Cowan. Sophomore wide receiver, number 21, Riley Nelson. Sophomore wide receiver, number 7, Jamie Hamilton. Sophomore quarterback, number 11, Mason Murdoch. The head coach of the Redhawks in his 30th season, Rick Giancola.
Hello, and thank you for joining us here on the Red Hawk Sports Network. I'm Matt Brochet, John, alongside Campbell Donovan, here for the sixth week of NFL football between Montclair State and Kean University College. Campbell, it's a chilly night tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, Matt. You know, another NJAC opponent for the Red Hawks, this time the Kean Cougars as well. You know, Red Hawks falling last week to Salisbury, 30-7. So they need to regroup here in conference play and face a Kean team that did lose to William Patterson last week as well.
Yeah, so two teams coming off of losses in the NJAC. Now we host Kean University. Can you just talk a little bit about, what to expect from this Kean team?
You know, you expect a lot of rushing from this Kean team, of course. And, quarterback Robbie Bungesser, as well as the Cougar signal caller, the junior from Ocean Township, New Jersey. But, expect a lot of, run and pass, as well. And, of course, the defensive side, some 50 years on that defensive toll for the Cougars. So, and again, like we said before, if you watch this Red Hawks team, you see sophomore quarterback Mason Murdoch, he's getting his feet wet as well. He's made mistakes. He's made some good plays as well in some games. And, this offense is young, but there's a lot of presence on that defense as well. And defense has been a key for the Red Hawks, of course, this year. They only let a certain amount of points up as well during the season, but, they gave up a 30 spot last week against, a team like Salisbury who runs triple option. That's a tough formation to run against because you never expect it. So I would like to see a lot of, blitzing, I guess, a lot of, man coverage from this Montclair State defense. And, watch out for those two safeties, both graduate students, in Mike Ramos and Brennan Ray.
And, Coach Palazzo's done such a great job with this defensive team being named the defensive coordinator for this year. Definitely fun to watch his group go. And how about this Montclair State offense? You mentioned Mason Murdoch being a sophomore. It was a long time coming after Joquil Birch had the helm for the 5 years. Mason Murdoch comes in, wins a couple games. Talk a little bit about him.
You talk to Mason, and the first time I met him as well, and as the anthem is played, well, man, I get sidetracked there by the amazing rendition for the Montclair State University pep band of the national anthem. Well, like you said before, of course, Mason Murdoch as well. I talked to Mason before, the first home game of the year, and that was when they got his first win off his belt, and he's a great guy, great kid, and he trusts his line, he trusts his receivers. And it's gonna take some time for him to gel as well. He's got this spot hopefully for the next 2 years, and but it's guided by a young line and young receiver core as well. But you have Makai Mickens and Johnny Mendez in that backfield as well. Creating the offense for this Red Hawks team, and offensive coordinator Steve Sharapa. He does a very good job in making decisions at the right time, whether it's the run or the pass game. And you're excited to see number 11 as the signal call for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, and so we'll be back in about 13 minutes where we'll see Mason Murdoch and this Montclair State defense host Kean, and we'll be back shortly.
substitute.
It's a chilly night here at Upper Montclair, New Jersey, as the Kean Cougars travel to Montclair State to take on the Redhawks. Hope you have your hot cocoa and your blankets. I'm Matt Brachet, joined alongside my colleague, Campbell Donovan. Kean lost the toss. Montclair State elected to defer, so Kean will start with the ball. Campbell, it's about to be kickoff. How you feeling?
It's too early for hot cocoa in the blanket.
No.
It's not even November yet.
Yeah, but it's mid-October. It's perfect.
Mid-October, it's the first week.
It's close enough.
Okay.
Montclair kicks it off to Squibb. Kean will pick it up at the 25 and fall on at the 26. So solid field position for the Cougars, as it looks like Robbie Nungesser will come out. In the latest game, he got a little shaken up. Wasn't sure if he was going to be starting, but he's out there. Jake Cirillo out wide. Somebody definitely to look out for. 5th year. Nungesser in the shotgun. Man in motion, gives it to him. It's a handoff. Going out to the right. He gets about nothing. And a great start for the Redhawks.
Good start for the Redhawks, as well as Nick Burgess is swallowing up that hole for Cirillo. And a good start from this Redhawks defense.
Zamir Mobley went in motion, but didn't get anything. So a quick 2nd and 10 as they'll move to the right hash. Patrick Belton to the right of Nungesser. As they go quick here. Nungesser play action, looking to his right towards Zarillo, looking to his left. It's a completion to Zarillo, incomplete. So a quick 3rd and 10, just 45 seconds into the game.
Yeah, couldn't get that foot in bounds, Matt. Zarillo with a nice little cut back, and he looked like he caught it, but probably he was out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd down here, and, you know, as they say, send the house.
Could definitely see Coach Palazzo doing that. Jake Cirillo leads the Cougars in yards with 2:13 receiving. Nungesser in the shotgun. Drops back, rolling to his right. Powley right on him. Throws it to Zarillo. Same thing. Incomplete. And a quick 3 and out for the Cougars. And Montclair State gets the ball in a minute.
Yeah, good job by this Redhawks defense. The pressure there. As you saw Ray as well. Looked like Mike Ramos came along too. And we mentioned in our brief pregame, those two safeties, you know, they have a lot of experience. And Rocks will get the ball, it looks like, probably in plus territory.
Nick Firth with a boot as Zach Lewis receives the punt, trapped by Cougars, and he goes down at the 30. And so quick turnaround for Montclair State, getting the ball just a minute into this game and giving the ball to Mason Murdoch.
Yeah, usually we see Mike Ramos out there catching the punts, but it looks like they're going to give some reps for Zach Lewis as I flip my board.
You got a pretty spot sheet there, Campbell.
Thanks.
So just under 14 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Scoreboard says 2nd. Mason Murdoch and Mendez in the backfield. We'll be saying those names a lot today. Gets the option, hits it to Mendez, goes to his right, cutting to his left, and goes down for about a gain of 1. So Montclair State runs a nice RPO-style offense. You'll see Murdoch and Mendez in the backfield, as well as Mickens, who I'm sure we'll see soon. See them in the backfield and run that option pretty much every play. So it's going to be on the eyes of the sophomore quarterback, Mason Murdoch, and what they want to do. Send a man in motion. That's Matt Spatucci, goes in the slot. The near side, Eric Cohen looking to his right. It goes to Clarence Wilkins, and that's a quick catch by Clarence Wilkins for a gain of about 8. Might be just short of that 1st down marker.
Nice little quick pass there to Wilkins. Wilkins nearly reaching over there. And just shy of the 1st down will be 3rd down, and probably would say give him some inches.
Wilkins, that's his 7th catch on the year. He's got 2 touchdowns. So Montclair State will go to the line quick. Murdoch and Mendez in the backfield. Spatucci and Wilkins split out to the right. Eric Cohen to the near side. They hand it to Mendez. He goes to his left, trying to shake, and stuffed by the Cougars. And he'll be short of the line. Montclair State going to send out the punting unit.
Yeah, Johnny Mendez there trying to do a little shimmy shake. Couldn't get to the outside, and he sees a pack of Cougars, and he's swallowed up a yard short.
So that brings out Michael Fitzpatrick, the sophomore, to punt things away for the Red Hawks. Kean with 2 spread out as they await the punt. Fitzpatrick gets it, goes to his right, boots it away. It's a high punt. Caught by Kean and immediately drilled. What a play by the Red Hawks to shut that one down. Andrew Veneri putting the Cougar on the ground.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be maybe fair catch angle, but Anthony Veneri said, nah, I'm just going to, run through my guy. And literally, yes, now right on the 29-yard line, and Nungesser starts another drive.
Nungesser gets it, hands it off quickly. Cougar rolling out to his right, gets a gain of about 2. It's a good tackle there from the Red Hawks. Carry by Davion Dorr.
Yeah, Dorr was met right away by number 15, Brendan Ray.
And Brendan Ray is going to have a big impact on this game. See him going everywhere.
We know we hear his name a lot at times.
So Davion Dorr out right of Nungesser. He's in the shotgun. He gets the snap, looking to his left, and an immediate screen. And a good gain for the Cougars as of a gain of about 10. Gets him to the first down marker. It's a good catch and run from Kean. It's Dazzy Iannozio. The good catch and run. Cougars going to go quick to the ball as they get that first down. Jay Adams in the backfield with Nungesser. Man in motion is Davion Dorr, and they fumble the snap. Who's on the ball? Montclair saying they have it. They're going to rule it incomplete. So an incomplete
jet sweep attempt.
So Montclair frustrated with that call as they wanted the quick turnaround. So man in motion doesn't work for Kean. They'll go back up to the ball for second down. Shotgun formation. Jay Adams goes up to the tight end spot. Nungesser drops back, looking to his left. Called incomplete. Looking for Jason Carlock. Good defense from Montclair. Not let that happen. Sherrod Cooper will hold things down for the defensive backs on that far side. Line up against Carlock again. Nungesser. Looking at pressure from Montclair State. They bring it. Polly immediately on him. It's a screen and blown up right away.
Nick Burgess literally breaking up that screen attempt, Matt, and flying.
Nick Burgess has had a great season so far. Showed it there. Kean will bring out the punting unit. And it's blocked, and Montclair going back, and that's a touchdown! Montclair State blocked punt, and they get on the board early.
Oh my goodness, a little scoop and score action. And it's 6-0 Montclair State.
this Montclair defense and special teams. Ryan Vasali bringing that one back. And what a start for this Redhawks team. And Sprague's getting loud.
Looked like they got past the young man, and Vasali just literally stuck his hands out and got a little bit of the ball, just enough, and a little scoop and score action.
Fitzpatrick with the extra point after, boots it through the uprights, and Montclair leads 7-0, 5 minutes into this first quarter. So what a start by the special teams group. Seeing Montclair defense go to work, forcing 2 consecutive punts by the Cougars. And this last one coming with a score. So Montclair were able to turn things over. And that's what we've seen, I mean, a lot so far this season, Campbell.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of touchdowns coming from the defense, come from special teams.
And, special teams coach Tony Graninetti, who is also the inside linebackers coach, is loving that right now. Blocked punt, recovered punt, and a score for the special teams unit.
So Fitzpatrick, after completing the extra point, now going to kick it off as Zerillo and Cercery await. 9 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Another type of squib kick. Cercery gets it, looking to his right, running to his right, cutting through up the middle, and he'll go down about the 30. And Montclair's defense goes back on the field. So I feel like we haven't been able to talk about, the individuals on this Montclair defense, that they've just been doing such a great job as a group, forcing Kean to turn things over. Like you mentioned in the pregame, Mike Ramos, Brendan Ray, holding things down. His safety group, but this front seven is dangerous.
It is. Jake Rusano, Dimitri Polly, Alfred Woods, Nick Burgess as well, Amari Wilmore. That front seven loves to blitz, Matt.
Nungesser flips it and running to his right and blown up is Mike Ramos, the strong hit. Ianezio again.
Mike Ramos. Man, you can hear that from up here,
Yeah.
man. You can hear that from up here. Hit stick and, Agent Zero, as they call him, lining up his man.
So we've seen Kean put Ianezio in motion.
And Ianezio before made that great move.
Yeah, a gain
get
of
that
9.
first down.
Nungesser in the shotgun. Rolls to his right, looking deep downfield. And incomplete by Ianezio. After getting a good run for 9 yards, drops that easy first down. Frustrating for the Cougars.
Yeah, it looked like it was in his hands, and it just got out of his hands the last second.
So Nungesser with Adams, as well as Dorr in the backfield with him in a pistol formation. 3rd down and short. Nungesser gets it, rolls out to his left, looking to his left, goes to the right with this Montclair defense swamped all over him. And that's a Montclair State sack. It'll be another 3 and out for Kean.
Great pressure from this Redhawks front seven. And it's another 3 and out. And of course, you guys, Jay Colon in there as well.
Short punt, Zach Lewis gets it. Fields it going up to the middle, swamped by Kean, and he'll go down about the 38. So Montclair State's offense going to do some work here after not getting the chance to, thanks to the special teams on the last punt. The Redhawks with an early 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. Campbell, what are you looking to see from Mason Murdoch here?
I definitely want to see Murdoch, control the pace here. Get some good drives as we have a Kean player down.
So Montclair will go to the sideline. Looks like Nasneal down at about the 45. So again, let's talk a little bit about this Montclair State team and how have they fared so far this season. Started off 2-1 with a big win against Teal in that first game, a loss to Delaware Valley, and then a win against Salve Regina where they put up 31 points.
Yeah, and last year myself and Jack Bartek did call that game against Salve Regina, and it was close last year. And you see the Redhawks putting a bunch of points on the board up in Newport, Rhode Island, as the fans give a hand for Nasneal, the fifth year from East Orange, New Jersey. But like you said, they did lose to Worcester Polytech, and also unfortunately lost to Salisbury as well in their NJAC home opener last week.
So yeah, second NJAC match here, hosting Kean. Murdoch in the backfield. Mickens to his right. Riley on the near side. Murdoch looking to his right. Double move done. Murdoch going to throw it away. And Jamie Hamilton wasn't open.
WPI, excuse me, my apologies. Yeah, and roll out there from Murdoch, and he tried to find Hamilton, but, it was too much there, and he just decided to throw it away.
Smart decision from the sophomore. So Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Hamilton, Lewis, and Riley, the receiver core for this Montclair State team. Murdoch calls it, makes the read, gives it to Mixons to go into his right. It's a gain of about 2 maybe. And brings up a third down and kind of long.
Yeah, and a little slight, delay on that RPO attempt, as probably Murdoch took too long with the handoff distribution to Mickens, and Mickens shaking off his first defender, but couldn't get past that first level of defensive lineman. And that's a third down situation where if you're Montclair State, you're going to have to figure out how to drop a good pass play here.
So 3rd and 8 for the Redhawks. Mickens with 3 wide receivers going out to his left. He rolls out to his left. He can run. He throws it, and it's going deep to Cohen. Cohen going down the near sideline, goes down to the 12, and what a completion from Mason Murdoch.
I thought just for a second Mason Murdoch was going to literally take off or pitch it on over, but he finds a wide open Eric Cohen, and Cohen going down the sideline and almost tiptoeing, then he gets out of bounds, and 1st and goal for the Redhawks.
And that was one of the questions I had about this Montclair State team coming into today is, can they convert on 3rd down? And they did there, and brings up a nice red zone opportunity for the Redhawks. Murdoch rolling out to his right, looking to his right, finds Cohen again, but just misses him. Will bring up a 2nd and 10. What would have been a great first completion on this first down. So, Montclair State coming into this game, out of 63 third downs, only converting on 13 of them, just 20%. So to see them be able to pick up the good completion of Cohen, it's a good sign early in this game. Murdoch with Mickens to his right, Hamilton on the far side, and Riley and Lewis on the near side. Lewis in the slot. Mickens calls hike, makes the option, gives it to Mickens, bouncing to the left. Gets a gain of not too much, just 3. And will bring up another 3rd down early in this first quarter. So a good tackle from Kean there was Cottrell, one of the captains of this team, a 5th-year senior. Aaron Cottrell going to have a big impact for this Cougars defense and trying to limit the Montclair State offense to just 3 here.
Yeah, if I'm Montclair State, I'd throw possibly a nice little in and out here, or probably a fade route.
Murdoch gets it, looking to his right, going up the middle, throws it, and it's complete to Riley for a 1st down. Gets his feet down at about the 6-yard line. And a new set of downs for Montclair State. Oh, they're going to be short.
It looked close, Matt. It really looked close.
So Murdoch looks off to the sideline. What they'll do, they're going to bring out the kick. So
I thought it was goal to go here.
Yeah.
They still had a couple yards for it to be, 1st and goal, but Redhawks go 3 now, and special teams again try to preserve some points.
So kicking from the left hash, it's Michael Fitzpatrick. Money on the extra point earlier. Kicks it. A flag is thrown. Would have been good. And it's going to be a false start on Montclair State, so they'll back it up a bit.
And that's essentially a chip shot for Fitzpatrick there.
So they'll back it up. And they'll do it again. So if Montclair wanted to go for it on 4th down and 2, makes things a lot more difficult. So Fitzpatrick will for sure kick this one through.
He'll go to the left hash again. Matt.
5.5 to go here in the first. Fitzpatrick kicks it. It's up. It's short, but through. And that's a 10-0 lead for Montclair State. Michael Fitzpatrick, money on the day. Gets the job done.
+3. Insert the Mario sound effect. Barely got over, and you know it's a 10-point lead for Montclair State, all by the ST unit.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't a pretty kick, but
it looked like you saw the guy rushing, and I think he hesitated a bit, but still got that kickoff. And bet your bottom dollar, but Michael Fitzpatrick, you know, doing so good so far on kicking duties.
Zerillo and Glover await the kick as the Cougars trail 10-0 here from a quick lead from Montclair State. You know, we know this defense and special teams unit is one of the best in the NJAC, and it's going to be about if the offense can produce points. But, you know, don't really need to when the defense and special teams is doing it for you. So Fitzpatrick goes back. Zerillo and Glover await. And it's another squib kick, and they'll just go right down at about the 27. Tyron McManus, the tight end, catches it and drops like he was on fire. So this will bring out the Kean offense, which hasn't had too much success today so far, Campbell.
No, not at all, Matt. And, you know, two drives that stalled. I mean, one of the drives, you know, ended up in a turnover, essentially. And like a turnover and points off of turnovers for the Redhawks. So let's see what this Kean offense can do.
Nungesser rolling to his right, looking for it all. Doesn't have it. Incomplete. Intended for Jake Zerillo. We know these two can connect for deep passes. Just misses him there. Bring up a 2nd and 10 for this Kean team. You know, and one name that we haven't talked about today is Dante Jamison. Looking, you know, prepping for this game, I thought Dante Jamison was going to have his hands all over the ball today. Nungesser looking to his right, goes to Ionescu out there, makes a quick spin move, and gobbled up by the Montclair State defense. Bring up another 3rd down and long.
It looked like, I believe, Kamani Carrington on that tackle. And, you know, we've said his name a lot during broadcast. Or no, excuse me, that was Jalil Taro. I'm sorry, my classes aren't the best. But Terrell with the nice tackle there.
3rd down and 11 for this Kean team. Nungesser, Montclair State looking to bring the pressure. Going to his left, throws it to his left, and it's caught at about the 39 for Jason Curlock, and that's a Cougars 1st down.
Yeah, good job by Nungesser to roll out there. Saw the oncoming Nick Burgess from his blind spot and gets the 1st down.
So a good throw from Nungesser to get this Cougars offense going. Gore and Adams in the backfield with Nungesser. Puts a man in motion. They'll give it to Gore up the middle. Going to his left, and strong tackle made by Sherrod Cooper for a gain of about 3. Bring up 2nd down. So we see this Kean team likes to put players in motion. which I'm always a fan of for the offensive side. I think it catches the defense off guard, and they'll bring up Dorr as well as Adams in the backfield again. Nungesser calls like rolling out to his right now, looking down the field, makes a strong throw, just incomplete, intended for Zamir Mobley. Just a little too far out of reach. Bring up another third down for this Kean Cougars team. So strong showing from Coach Palazzo's defensive squad. You know, when they have third down, what do we usually see, Campbell?
The house.
We usually see the house. See what Coach Palazzo draws up. Nungesser and Dorr in the backfield. Puts a man in motion. Zerillo going out to the slot, rolling out to his right, intended for Zerillo, and just short. And what would have been probably a first down is now 4th and 7 as the Cougars bring out the punting unit again.
Yeah, and Zerillo there, he had some space there, but he probably saw number 15 coming along some steps, and you know, as they say, they hear the footsteps at times.
And if I saw number 15 coming at me, I'd be scared too. The boot is away and going to Zach Lewis, going out to his right. It's a strong punt. Lewis drops it, picks it up, rolling out. Quick little move, goes down about the 19. And a great punt.
A great punt as well from Firth. And luckily, Zach Lewis picks it up. And I thought, you know, he made the first man miss, but I thought he was going to go out of bounds. But decides not to go out of bounds and get some couple extra yards.
So brings out Murdoch and the offense. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Montclair State up 10-0. If you're just joining us, special teams play for Montclair State. Blocked punt, brought back to the house. Gave Montclair State an early 7-0 lead. And then a field goal by Fitzpatrick. Murdoch in the backfield. Gives it up to Mendez. Going out to his left, bouncing out, rolling route. And strong tackle made by the Cougars with a good gain from Mendez. Mendez is just so fast. It didn't seem like he was going to be able to find the space out there. Good carry there.
Keon Taylor there with the tackle on Mendez.
Murdoch. The shotgun. Calls it. Gives it to Mendez again. Cutting up the middle. And bounces to about the 30. Will they give him the first down? They're gonna. And that's a Montclair State first down coming off the back of Albany Mendez. So it's Montclair State offense looking towards the run early here. Dan Ramos and Mendez in the backfield with Murdoch. Clarence Wilkins out to the far side. Riley on the near side. Murdoch looking to his right. Dumps it off to Ramos. Going to his left. Makes a man miss. And drops down at about the 36. It's actually Gary Ferrigno.
Gives us a fullback there. Little fullback action.
Always love seeing the fullback. You don't see too many I formations, which is where the fullback is most prominent.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. And, you know, I formation. You see that fullback. That fullback's running you over on the block attempt.
So Murdoch changing up the offense here. Ferrigno to his left. Murdoch hands it to Mendez, going to his left, cutting up the middle, but slips by the turf monster, goes down about the 36.
Yeah, Johnny wants that one back, man. He slipped, and luckily, you know, he went a little forward there, but you know he's gonna want that one back because he got a good block on the outside, and he saw some green turf ahead.
So it brings up a 3rd and 4th down. 3rd and 4 for the Redhawks. Ferrigno in the backfield. Mendez in motion to the right. Loken's on the far side, Riley on the near. Murdoch drops back, looking to his right, looking towards Mendez. Shifts out of the pocket and swallowed up in the backfield. And that's a Kean sack on Mason Murdoch and will likely bring up the end of this first quarter with just 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, I thought Murdoch held that ball too long, and he was looking to release it to Mendez there, but like you said, Matt, it is going to bring the end of the first quarter, but it's something that probably the Redhawks would want back. That drive.
So a 10-0 lead for Montclair State as we flip the fields. Campbell, what are you seeing out there so far for this Montclair State offense?
You're seeing some glimpses there, but they probably would want to be up 14-0 instead of 10-0, and it's gonna take some time, and you're gonna get the ball back right now, and you can't have too much trust in your defense because the defense is gonna be giving up points, and that'll happen. But like you said, this Montclair State defense is very good. So, but if you're offensive coordinator Steve Sharapa, and you need to figure something out with your offense, tell your line to make the extra blocking efforts, and the audibles and whatnot, and receivers to run good routes, and have Mason make good decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
So punt by Fitzpatrick. It's a long one going to Glover. He's going to let it fall and let it roll all the way to the 29. So a good punt from Fitzpatrick there. He's getting a lot of work today. Fitzpatrick, the utility kicker for Montclair State, kicking the field goals, extra points, as well as punting it away. And will bring the Cougars offense.
It's pretty cool. Kickers, punters, they're like their own person. They find the kicking net, and they just stay there the whole game. And then the only time they're needed is when they have to do their job.
Nungesser, with a lot of Redhawks surrounding him, incomplete, intended for Dorr. Turns a almost really unfortunate play for the Cougars to not a bad one. An incompletion there isn't the worst case. There's an intended screen, which Montclair State was able to blow up. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Nungesser and Dorr. Nungesser drops back, looking towards his right, throws it to his right, and it's a completion made for Carlock. Completion of about 13, and that's a Cougars first down.
Jason Carlock, the 5th year from Babylon, New York. Nice little catch, and gets a couple yards after. Gets the first down for the Cougars. A lot of 5th years for this Cougars side on both offense and defense, Matt.
I think that means that Kean is a good program, and I like to play. Nungesser puts Iannuzio in motion, gives it to him. Little flip. Iannuzio looking for some space, cutting up the field. Gets a gain of about maybe 1. Montclair State able to stay with him. Alfred Woods.
Little extracurriculars after. Iannuzio had to be pulled back by his offensive lineman there.
Just a little chit chat.
Maybe introducing themselves.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Iannuzio. Although I don't think that's what they were saying.
Not at all.
Brings up the 2nd down here for Kean.
Think positive up here.
Nungesser with Dorr to his right. Nungesser drops back, looking towards his left, gives it to Iannuzio, catches it, going to his right now, finding some blockers, and a gain of about 5. Brings up a short 3rd down. Iannuzio doing a good job of having some patience on that catch. Coming into today, Iannuzio doesn't have any receiving stats. Seeing a lot of him today. 3rd and 4 for Kean. Nungesser with Dorr to his left. Montclair State showing blitz. They bring it. Nungesser looking deep to his left. And incomplete, intended for Carlock. And it will bring out the punting unit again for the Kean Cougars.
Yeah, Carlock had to come back to that. Good coverage by Mike Ramos there. And the Cougars are punting away again.
So Zach Lewis goes along. They wait the punt from Firth. Firth boots it away. Lewis going to his right, goes out of bounds. Wonder will they'll mark it. Ref going up the sideline, stops at about the 25. So like a touchback for Montclair State, and their offense comes back onto the field.
Getting a little chilly out here.
It's getting a little chilly. Yeah, especially up in Montclair, it's windy. It's so windy around here. I definitely did not miss the late walks, in which the wind is just makes it so much more cold.
Yeah.
So Montclair's offense out there. Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Hamilton and Riley out wide. Few tight ends for Montclair State. Murdoch gets it, hands it off to Mickens, and gets immediately shut down for a loss of about 2.
And Jamie Hamilton has something to say to the secondary of Kean afterwards. But you know it wasn't chilly yesterday. My pumpkin spice frappuccino.
Starbucks. Good call. I was there.
Yeah. A little overrated, I may add.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I'm usually not a big Starbucks guy.
Didn't like it. No, I'm probably forced to get the peppermint mocha during the Christmas time.
Cohen in motion. Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Mickens play action going to his left, makes the throw to Cohen, and he catching it. He's going down the 50, going down the far side. Can a man catch him? They can't. Cohen going towards the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Montclair State, coming from a long Eric Cohen touchdown.
Give it to the tight end. My goodness. Eric Cohen going all the way to the painter.
Murdoch rolling out to his left, makes an incredible throw to Cohen, and gives this Montclair State team a 17-0 lead pending on this extra point.
And Murdoch is fired up.
Murdoch, great throw. Fitzpatrick, a 16-0 lead for Montclair State. Puts it off the right upright and out. A doink. And holds this lead 16-0. Campbell, we have life.
Yeah, and a nice rollout from Murdoch to give it to Cohen. And the blocking effort from the receiving core as well. And I tell you, it looked like a communication with the secondary for Kean as they were looking at Murdoch going to the right, and he went back to his left. A great sell there from Mekhi Mickens on the play action, and it turns into 6 for the Redhawks.
So Fitzpatrick, coming off the miss of the extra point, will go back to boot it away. Clover and Zerillo wait. Sprague starting to fill up. Rocky's in the house. Despite the chilliness.
He's not wearing sleeves, man.
It's a bold man.
He's just wearing that jersey.
Bold bird. Fitzpatrick boots it away this time. No squib. Clover with the catch. Rolling out to his left, about the 25, making some moves, and gets immediately dropped. I think they'll call forward progress at about the 26, even though Clover ends up at around the 16, and some chit-chat with Cam Martin.
Cam, what a guy, man. On that special teams unit.
Cam Martin works really hard, and we know him from, being very active with WMSC and with the sports here. Nungesser kicked over to his left. Door to his left. With a trailing by 16 now. Kean going to need to put up some points. Nungesser looking towards his left. Hits Carlock for a quick completion. With about 7. So Jason Carlock getting involved early and often here. Kean going to need to put together some more completions if they want to get this one close. They're going to go to the hurry up. Nungesser. Mobley in the slot. Carlock out wide. Zerillo on the far side, as well as Iannuzzi. Nungesser drops back, looking towards his right. Throws it, intended for Iannuzzi, and broken up by Brendan Ray. Will bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Cougars.
A little nervous there. I thought maybe the yellow laundry might come out in the next second, but good coverage by Brendan Ray there. And looked a little tight on Iannuzzi, but clean play, clean coverage there from number 15, and 30 short for the Cougars.
Nungesser needs a completion here. Rolls out to his right, looking, and it's caught by Zerillo. Incomplete. Looks like he had it, but couldn't come down with it. And will bring up another 4th down for Kean. So if you're Montclair, you have to be super pleased with how this is going. Defense is showing up on all cylinders. Special team unit doing work. Zach Lewis awaits the punt. Almost blocked again. It's a short one. Lewis watching it bounce, and it will roll all the way to the 34. Montclair State with some solid field position to start this drive. Campbell just 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Montclair State with a 16-0 lead. What does the offense need to do to keep things rolling? I mean, we just saw a huge touchdown from Eric Cohen not too long ago.
Yeah.
Do they need to change anything?
No, but you would like to see them chew clock and, you know, have a good drive. And, you know, that one big play, yeah, that's good, but you want to see his offense, progressing and get good time of possession.
Murdoch hands off to Mendez, trying to bounce up. Catapults for a gain of about 1. Gets up immediately.
Aaron Cottrell on that hit, Matt, and he came flying into number 1.
Yeah, able to break that one up relatively early. Bring up a long 2nd down. Tom Milnukowitz in the backfield with Murdoch. Mendez playing up. 2nd and 9. Murdoch drops back. Throws it to Mendez to his right in the flat. Goes down immediately. Broken up by Kean for a loss of about 2. That brings up a long 3rd down.
Yeah, and Murdoch saw pressure and hesitated and had to throw to somebody. But, yeah, it's a loss of 2 for the Red Hawks and 3rd down now.
So if you're Kean, trail by 16 with a 3rd down and long here, you send in house?
Possibly, the pressure's gotten to Murdoch once already. He has been taken down. So I wouldn't mind if this Kean defense does it again.
Wilkins going in motion to Murdoch's left. Mendez in the backfield. Cohen on the line. Riley Nelson out far side. Murdoch drops back, looking to his left. Avoids pressure. Going to roll out. Gets a gain of about 3. Not enough for the 4th down. And brings up 4th and 9.
Yeah, not enough for the first, and Montclair State will have to punt.
So not the type of offense that Montclair wanted to see right there after having some good success on their last drive. But you have to feel confident if you're Murdoch, if you're Sharapa on the offense side, that your defense is going to continue to do what they've been doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach Palazzo's dialing up something right now, for this defense.
Boots it away. It's going to drop and roll. And good decision there from Zerillo to catch that one before it went inside the 20.
Yeah, Zerillo looking like a goalkeeper in soccer. Saving that one from probably going to the 5 or the 2.
Yeah, I mean, that one.
That was rolling.
That ball was alive. It just kept going. Brings out Nungesser again. 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Montclair State leading 16-0. Chilly night here in Upper Montclair. But a beautiful one. Under the lights. Doesn't get better than this. Nungesser.
Moon.
Oh, I didn't even see it there. Nungesser looking to his right. Throws it to Iannuzzi. And blown up immediately.
Ooh, what a hit.
Good stop there from Jake Cullen.
Jake Cologne, the junior from Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Brings up a 2nd down and 5. Kean continuously going with 4 receivers out. Door to Nungesser's left. Montclair showing pressure. They're going to bring it. Nungesser immediately throws it deep. Going for it all, and it's caught. What a catch by Carlock. Going down at about the 42. And there's some offense from Kean. Desperately needed here in the second quarter.
Jason Carlock, my goodness. He got to that ball just in time. The wind nearly almost took it. But Carlock with a nice snag. And it's a first down for the Cougars.
I mean, that was an absolute dime from Nungesser there. Putting it right in the breadbasket of Carlock.
And if he threw that a second later, he would have been sacked.
Nungesser looking to his right, almost sacked. Gets it off before Cologne was able to get there, and there's going to be a flag on the play. Brennan Ray looking confused on the far side of about the 35. The refs will talk it over.
I don't know if I saw anything. Matt, did you see anything?
I didn't see. I was looking at
the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe something after the play over the Kean sideline.
Let's hear it. Pass interference on Montclair State. Automatic first down for the Cougars. Charge to Brennan Ray for a mistake that you don't see too often from the grad.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he rarely makes that mistake.
Nungesser out in the shotgun. Door to his left. Montclair showing some pressure. 1st and 10. Nungesser looking to his left. Going to have to scramble away. Montclair State draped all over Nungesser. 4 defenders fall on him. Looks like he'll stay neutral at about the 37.
Man, looks like he lost the yard there. Unless they're going to say he got back to the line. No, he did. And originally, I thought they might have called roughing the passer because the way Nungesser went down as he threw the ball, but there was no defender there was no receiver in sight. So, guess the PI call was near the Kean sideline.
So Nungesser was a little shaken up on that last game. He's out here today, doing a good job so far for the Cougars. Drops back, looking to his left, throws it deep, intended for Carlock again, just incomplete. Just about a yard of separation between the ball and Carlock, which would have been a sure touchdown, bringing this within almost 1 or 2.
Definitely so, Matt. And just tad near the hands of Carlock as well. He had 2 guys on him. Double coverage.
Jay Adams checks in for the Cougars. Carlock goes to the far side. Door goes into the slot on the near side. Nungesser drops back, rolling out to his right, looking to his right, throws it, intended for Carlock. And a strong hit from Ray. And incomplete for Kean.
Brennan Ray absolutely lit him up.
I mean, Brennan Ray is just everywhere. And brings up 4th down and the punting unit for Kean. Brennan Ray trained over the summer with the Army. And it's shown here, evident this season. So Kean will punt it. Nick Firth, the 5th year, moves over to the left, standing on that brand new Red Hawk this season. Punts it. It's short. They're going to let Zach Lewis let it go. Can Kean get there? They can't. Rolls into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Red Hawks. Zach Lewis, they even think about catching that one.
There's a flag as well, Matt. The flag literally went as Lewis was trying to signal for a fair catch.
Personal. So it brings up an automatic first down for Kean.
What was the call?
I think they said roughing the kicker. Nonetheless, we'll see.
Did Firth go down on after that kick?
I was watching it go into the end zones. I didn't see where Firth ended up. But an automatic first down for Kean gives them an instant red zone opportunity, or just outside the red zone. Nungesser, nobody next to him. Chance for some points for the Cougars. And a late substitution.
And the Cougars are lucky they didn't get flagged for that.
I don't know if Jay Adams knew that they got this first down. Nonetheless, a first down for the Cougars. Nungesser drops back, looking to his left. Instant throw to Dorr. Goes out at about the 18. So a completion of about 5. Nice little out route there from Davion Dorr. So if you're Kean, you trail 16-0 with just about 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. This is a possession where you need to capitalize. Nungesser and Dorr out in the shotgun. Montclair showing pressure. Some movement at the offensive line. Both teams pointing at the other. Flag goes down. So we wait the call. So neutral zone infraction. They called the false start on the defense, but that's not possible. So it's got to be a neutral zone infraction on Montclair State. We'll move them up 5 yards. Give them a first down.
For Kean.
They're going to call it a second. And not long to go. 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1, wow, for the Cougars. We hear a little chanting here, Matt, from this Montclair State faithful.
Trying to get into it. Nungesser with Dorr to his left. Looking to his left. Throws it. Complete for Carlock. He'll go down about the 7. And that's a first down for the Cougars. And goal to go. Kean looking off to the sideline, waiting for a play call. Montclair State going to try to hold them to 0 after a special teams play that gave them this first down, an opportunity. Nungesser, shotgun, Dorr to his left, Mobley on the slot with Carlock to the near side. Iannuzzi and Zerillo to the far side. Nungesser drops back, looking to his left, looking for it all. Incomplete, almost picked off by Sherrod Cooper. Montclair State and Kean changed roles there. Sherrod Cooper was going to catch it, and Carlock slapped it out of his hands like a defender.
Yeah, I mean, if he caught that, that would have been a touchback and a good thing for the Redhawks.
Brings up 2nd down and goal. And some new faces come in for Kean.
So, did they call running into the kicker on MSU that resulted in that first down for the Cougars?
They must have.
Because I saw
Nungesser
nothing.
Pitches it out to his right. It's Dorr going towards the inside. Drops down at about the 5. Bring up a 3rd down. Zaril Ionezi, Mobley come back in.
Yeah, Matt, I just watched the replay on our stream, and I didn't see nothing.
So interesting flag. Then that is
Maybe could have been something from maybe a block in the back or something, but as Kean takes a timeout.
So they'll talk things over as they have their most important third down of the day. Campbell, what does this Montclair State defense need to do in order to prevent them from getting 6 here?
Definitely, you probably want to rush the quarterback, Nungesser, and, his main guy is Jason Carlock, and, Cooper had some good coverage there. But if you're the Red Hawks, you want to stay conservative. You don't want to go too crazy because you're inside the 5-yard line. And, the running game for the Cougars has fared. So let's see what this Cougars offense can do to get 6. I say play RPO or play action.
So they're going to go into a bunch formation with 3 out to the near side. Nungesser drops back looking towards his left. Going to have to scroll out to his right, and he's got a wide open touchdown. No Montclair State defenders anywhere near Nungesser. He can use his legs, and he does there. For Kean's first points of the day come from the legs of Nungesser.
Robbie Nungesser there. Just ducked at the last moment, and he finds green grass and high steps to the end zone. And this lead is now hopefully single digits pending on the extra point.
So they're going to go for 2 here.
Oh, wow.
To try and cut it to 1. Montclair State missed an extra point on their latest touchdown, keeping it at 16. Kean has 6 right now with this pending 2-point conversion. Nungesser rolling out to his left. Gonna throw. And incomplete. Intercepted. Intercepted by Sherrod Cooper to hold Kean from cutting it to 1. Cooper tried bringing it out, but got stuffed at the 1. Doesn't matter. The kickoff. So Montclair State holds Kean to just 6.
Yeah, and the lead is now still at 10 and not 9, or not 8, I should say. And it's still a 2-possession game here, Matt, with time for the Red Hawks to get 1 score before the half.
So just 3 minutes and 26 seconds to go here in the second quarter before halftime. Montclair State will receive the ball. See if they can double dip here before halftime. Try and get some points on the board before they get it at half. Wilkins and Ramos await the kick. First kickoff from Kean today. George Christophis kicks it away. Wilkins under it. He'll catch it. Going out to his right. Looking for some space. Goes down about the 31. So solid field possession for Mason Murdoch and the guys. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go before halftime. Campbell, what does Mason and Montclair State offense have to do here to be successful?
Guys, establish drive. They haven't done so far, but they had that one big play for a touchdown, and the rest of it has been done by defense and special teams. So establish a drive. You have time on the clock to do that, and the sophomore's got to play big here.
Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Gives it to Mickens, cutting up the field, making a man miss, and goes down for a gain of about 9 at the 40.
Good start for the Red Hawks, and their running game is big with Mendez and Mickens as well.
And anytime you have 2 very capable running backs, they always help each other, keeping each other fresh, making the defense not enjoy tackling them. Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Murdoch gets another RPO, gives it to Mickens again, and tackled immediately at about the 40, trying to fight for an extra yard to get that first down. He can't. Brings up 3rd and short.
You know what I'm always fascinated by these RPOs? That,
Enlighten me.
I mean, you know, you got an RPO, right? And that handoff delay is so long. And if you have a mobile quarterback, just keep it for a draw and go on the outside, man. If you have green guys ahead of you, man, and you're drawing the end and the oncoming linebacker to the other side, and their eyes go one way, and you're just gone.
Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Ferrigno in front of him. Murdoch gets it. Hands it off to Mickens, cutting up the field, and that's a Montclair State first down. A rush of about 4 moves those chains for the Redhawks. Just under 2 minutes to go here. No 2-minute warning.
We are in college.
Murdoch looking to get to the huddle quickly with a 16-6 lead for Montclair State. Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Ferrigno in front of him. Jamie Hamilton out to the near side. Riley Nelson on the far side. Murdoch, RPO, gives it to Mickens again. Mickens finding some patience and gets a gain of about 11. And a good rush from Mickens moves those chains for the Redhawks again.
Clock will stop.
Montclair State takes a timeout with a 1 minute and 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Mickens doing it all here in this drive. (16-6), Montclair State leads. Campbell, you think Montclair State's going for 3 here with just a minute 20 to go here? Or does them taking that timeout show that they're going to be trying drawing up some plays to really get down the field?
Definitely think, you can see them go down the field, but it doesn't hesitate for them to go for the field goal to preserve some points. And they do get the ball back, I may add. So let's see what the Redhawks offense can do. So far, so good with a couple runs.
Fitzpatrick missed from an extra point earlier today. He's warming up at the net right now if he were to be called upon. Trying to kick it through for 3. Ferrigno will stay on the field with Murdoch and Mickens. Hamilton, Nelson make out the skill players from Montclair State. Kean going to try and stop them from scoring any here before the first half comes to a close. Murdoch and Ferrigno in the backfield. Mickens out in the slot, as well as Cohen to his right. Murdoch drops back, looking towards his right. Going to scramble, going up the field. He slides down about the 39. He'll go to the ball quickly.
Head first baseball slide there from Murdoch.
Yeah, he's looking like the Cleveland Guardians today.
Well, they went on a walk-off, so walk-off home run.
So Montclair State takes their second timeout. They'll have 1 more to go in this first half with 1 minute and 6 seconds to play here in the second quarter.
I wonder what Coach D is telling them in this huddle right now.
I think they're going to try and play it smart.
Definitely so.
Second down and 4. 1 more timeout. They can manage a few more plays, but have to be aware of that clock and just 1 timeout left. If you keep things towards the middle of the field, got to get to the ball quickly. Better chance of going out to the far side of the sideline. Stop the clock by going out of bounds. Murdoch speaking with Coach Sharapa before this critical play. Play clock starts ticking down. Mickens and Murdoch in the backfield. Nelson, Spatucci in the slot on the far side. Cohen and Hamilton on the near side. Murdoch looking around, calls like, drops back, looking towards his left, steps up in the pocket. He's going to step up and roll into his right, going down to about the 35. He's going to step out at about the 27. And a great play from the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, scrambling out to his right, and he probably wanted to do a little tiptoe action there. Wanted to get a couple extra yards, but going out of bounds, stopping the clock as well.
So if they kick the field goal from here, it'd be a 44-yard field goal. I think Fitzpatrick has been able to hit from there before, and I'm sure he'd love if they can get a little bit closer. Montclair State able to preserve that last timeout with that scramble out of bounds. Murdoch shifting plays. Spatucci and Cohen going out to the right. Bunch formation to the near side. Riley Nelson lonesome on the far side. Murdoch looking to his right. Quick throw out. And a good completion there to Eric Cohen. Does he go out of bounds? They say he does. Stops the clock at 53. Brings up second down. So that's what I think is very important here. You know, you get those nice little quick throws and move the ball. Get closer to Fitzpatrick's wheelhouse. Rocky the Red Hawk.
Trying to pump up everybody.
Trying to get things started here. 2nd and 7 for Murdoch and the Montclair State offense. Murdoch drops back, looking towards his right. Steps up, rolling out to his right. Sees a man, throws it to Spatucci. Incomplete. They're calling him out of bounds. Spatucci came down with it. Guess he didn't get his feet down. And brings up a 3rd and 7 for Montclair. They're at about 24 right now. 41-yard field goal, 45 seconds left here in the first half. They still have that 3rd timeout. Nelson goes to the far side. Spatucci, Hamilton, Cohen on the line. Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Murdoch drops back, hands it off to Mickens. He'll try to cut up the field. He'll go down at just about the 21. It's Montclair State content with where they are on the field right now to run it and put the ball into Fitzpatrick's hands. Should I say his feet? The offense is looking like they're going to stay out there. So Montclair calls a timeout. They'll talk things over. We have a 4th down. About 3. Campbell, what are you going to do here? If it were up to you.
I mean,
4th and 3. No timeouts.
If he can hit it from there, let him go for the field goal. I mean, you're getting the ball back, and your defense has played well. I mean, the only downside is that a penalty cost points. But if you're Montclair State, I mean, he is going for it. Okay, so yeah, I can be quiet.
They send out Fitzpatrick. Be about 37-yard field goal. Chance to extend the lead to 13.
Oh boy, we're icing the kicker now.
Kean will take a timeout to do what you said and try and ice Fitzpatrick. So a chance to extend this lead to 13. No matter what the results of this field goal, Montclair still leads by 2 possessions.
They still get the ball back.
And they get the ball back at halftime. So as much as you would be rooting for Fitzpatrick to hit this, not the worst case in the world if just a little bit out of his comfort zone here. So I think if you're Coach G and you're Coach Sharampa, you're satisfied with the way the offense has been playing, especially in this drive. They were able to march down the field in just 2 minutes and get Fitzpatrick a chance to kick it through the uprights. 37-yard field goal for Fitzpatrick. Kicks it, it's up. And just wide right. Looks like it had the leg, but just misses. So 16-6 will remain the score. 25 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Kean will get the ball now. They have a few timeouts. They send out the offense. Try and get some yards here. Nungesser in the backfield with Dorr. Fans shuffling around. Nungesser in the backfield, rolling out to his right, looking to his right, intended for Iannuzzi, goes incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10. 19 seconds to go. So Montclair State is looking to play a prevent defense here. Ramos playing back, watching anything long. 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Could really use some points here before the half.
Definitely so.
Nungesser drops back, looking towards his left. Quick throw to Carlock. Makes a man miss, but stumbles at the 25. So gain of about 5. Brings up 3rd. 8 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Doesn't look like they're going to run another play. And that will do it for us here at the end of the first half. Montclair State leading 16-6 as the teams go to the locker room to talk things over. Campbell, I mean, we got a ball game on our hands.
We do have a ball game, 10-point differential here, but good job by the Red Hawks, early on. And this Kean team's not giving up so far.
Murdoch has been making some good decisions so far early in this one. He's used his legs a few times, and, he can run. And we've seen the athleticism that the sophomore quarterback possesses. So I'd love to see him run maybe even a bit more. Right now, it's completion percentage of 70%, 142 yards, as well as a touchdown that came from a huge Eric Cohen play. That will do it for us at the first half. We're going to take a quick break. Be back in 20 minutes. So don't go anywhere, or grab a snack, come back. Matt Boucher, Campbell Donovan, and we'll be back shortly here on the Red Hawk Sports Network.
direct your attention to the field and welcome the Montclair State University Dance Team.
And we are back here on the Red Hawk Sports Network for the second half of some MSU football. The Montclair State Red Hawks host the Kean University Cougars. Kean getting ready to kick things off. Clarence Wilkins awaiting back, as well as Dan Ramos. Montclair State leads this one 16-6. Heading into the second half, it's a little kick. Onside opportunity. Montclair State able to get on top of it about the 25. No harm, no foul. Kean was almost able to get a quick onside, looking like the 09-10 Saints.
yeah, man. And it's probably, I mean, last time I heard Kean College, I mean, Kean College is where my dad went. Now it's Kean University. But, I mean, like you said, little cheeky onside opportunity there. I mean,
and why not?
Yeah.
Down 16-6 as Mason Murdoch has the ball for the Red Hawks.
Some little Thomas Morstead action.
Love him. Murdoch hands it off to Mendez, going to his left, immediately swallowed up in the backfield, down at about the 23, loss of about 2. So good start for the Cougars, getting to Mendez in the backfield. So we'll see this RPO-style offense for Montclair State. Murdoch. It's in the hands of his every play. Up to him to hand it off or throw it. And we've seen him do a good job so far. 70% completion percentage. 77-yard touchdown to Eric Cohen prior. Murdoch hands it off to Mendez again. Fighting for just about everything. Gets a gain of about 5 to get back to the original line of scrimmage. They'll bring up a 3rd and 10. So 2 consecutive run plays. This one goes up the middle for 3. And brings up an early long 3rd down. We've seen Montclair's playmakers make some plays so far in this one. See if they can do it here. We mentioned their 20% 3rd down completion percentage earlier in this one, trying to bring that level up. Ferrigno in the backfield with Murdoch. Clarence Wilkins single coverage on the near side. Murdoch looking left, throws left to Mendez, complete. A spin move, trying to get up the field. Taken down about the 30, just about 5 yards short of the 1st down, and brings on the punting unit. So Murdoch with a completion to Mendez for about 5. Brings down the punting unit and Kean. Fitzpatrick will handle the punting. He's done a good job today. Zerillo and Clover. Oh, wait. It's blocked by Kean. They'll recover it. And an instant offense for Kean University as they have a great shot at bringing this within 1. And they get the ball. Montclair's 26. Montclair blocked a punt earlier in the first half. Kean does their best impression. And they have a ball in a great spot.
Yeah, they do. Montclair State did the same thing earlier to Kean, and oh, how the tables have turned. Plus territory for the Cougars. The Montclair State territory, and a chance to cut it to a full-point game if they can get into the end zone.
So Robbie Nungesser gets the ball in great spot for the Cougars. Looks like Dorr in the backfield. He'll hand it off to Dorr. Goes out to his right, cutting in. He'll fall for positive yardage at about the 21. Gain of about 6. Almost into the red zone for Kean. So a nice little first play. And I feel like that's something that we didn't see too much for them in that first half. I mean, they started off trailing by 16, and so they kind of abandoned the run. See if they can establish it here and early in the second half. One name we haven't really called today, and we're talking about it at halftime, is Dante Jamison. Haven't seen him too often. Nungesser hands it off in the backfield. Nungesser takes it himself. Goes up inside the 20, about the 19. Short of the 1st down.
Yeah, good keeper there by number 4. Got the Montclair State defense looking one way with the RPO, but it's a QB draw. And like you said, Matt, we haven't seen number 7 on the field yet for this Cougars offense.
So Patrick Beltran, the sophomore, comes in from Keansburg, and he'll be to the left of Nungesser. And familiar faces out wide for Kean. 3rd and 3 for the Cougars. Nungesser drops back, looking to his left, scrambles up to his right. Montclair has a spy. He'll throw it to his right. And it goes incomplete. Waited for the signal from the refs, which weren't giving it to us. Goes incomplete, so the kicking unit comes on for Kean. Can't really capitalize on the great field position.
No, I thought they were going to go for a run again, Matt, and they didn't. So going here for the 3 points and cut to a 7-point game.
So it looks like it's Logan Matthews, the senior, with the kick. It's up. An absolute money by Logan Matthews to bring this within 1 as Kean trails 16-9 here in the second half. 11 minutes to go in the third. So Montclair's special teams, rarely that hurts them, gets blocked on a punt and leads to 3 for Kean. But I think if you're Montclair State, you're pleased with that. I mean,
yeah, definitely so. You know, you get a 3rd down stop, but of course you give up points on that field goal. But it's a win for your defense after, you know, the offensive special teams side. You know, the punt protection was not so good, and it cost them.
And it's a defense that's looked great. I mean, so far this season, not the best showing against Salisbury last week. They've done a good job so far tonight. Under the lights at Sprague Field, Upper Montclair, New Jersey. Montclair State hosts the Kean University Cougars. Christophus does another little onside boot, and a fair catch is made for Montclair State, and they have some good field position of their own. It's a good snag by Dylan Sharkey. So another little move by Kean to try and flip the field.
A little bag of tricks coming out early in the second half.
You know, I was watching film on this Kean team, and they like to do those motions in the backfield. Double reverses I've seen this Kean team do. So we're going to be pulling out all the tricks here in the second half. Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Murdoch drops back, rolling out to his right, looking to his right. Has a man open, going down, going for it all. And incomplete and intended for Hamilton. Off the hands and out. And brings up 2nd and 10 for Montclair State.
Hamilton had that there. And just out of his hands.
So holding on offense. So if Hamilton did come down with that,
it'd be all for nothing.
It's maybe a good thing he dropped it. Brings up 1st and a whole lot for the Redhawks, who once had great starting field position, are now down at about the 30.
And they had to get to the opposing 49-yard line for a 1st down.
Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Hamilton on the near side, Nelson on the far side. A few tight ends too. The handoff to Mickens, hops over the defender, cut back to his left, goes down at about the 29. Kean University not letting Mickens go anywhere. So now we bring up 2nd and 20. Not the ideal situation you'd want for Murdoch, the sophomore quarterback. And if you're Coach Sharapa, what are you trying to draw up here?
I think maybe you probably get a quick screen out to your halfback there.
I don't know how many 3rd and 20 plays they have here. So maybe just try and get a few, make it easier for yourself. Or else you might see Fitzpatrick again. Murdoch, Mickens in the backfield. Hamilton to the slot. Murdoch drops back, looking to his right. Throws it blocked at the front. Now a 3rd and 20. Great stuff from Nick Atchison. Not letting Montclair State get any source of offense there. And it looked like they were just going to try and go for a few there. Make things easier for third down, but now you have a 3rd and 22.
Yeah, and of course, also number 13, Nick Sarah, on the coverage as well. Guy tipped that, but was running towards the direction of Nelson.
So there was another holding. They're going to decline it. Make it 3rd and 22. How many 3rd and 22 plays you got, Campbell?
Not too many.
Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Murdoch drops back, looking to his right for an instant throw. Scrambles out to his right, looking down the field. He'll throw it way over the head of Zach Lewis. A flag comes out. Looks like another holding potentially. So the offense is starting to look to the sideline. Yeah, another holding play. This one's on Angelo Greer. So brings up a 4th and 22. Kean looking strong out of the second half. Zerillo and Glover await the punt from Fitzpatrick. 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Fitzpatrick rolling out to his right, boots it, and a fair catch is made by Zerillo. And the Cougars have some great opening field position here. 10 minutes to go in the 3rd. So some trickery from Kean to try and get an onside kick. Doesn't hurt them after giving Montclair field position at the 40. Now Kean is looking at a similar situation where they're starting on the 40. Nungesser as well as Adams in the backfield. Door goes in motion to the far side slot. Zerillo up top. Ianozu in motion, gets the pitch, going out to his right. He's got room to run and swallowed up by Montclair State at the 41. A gain of nothing. So they're loving getting Ianuzio in space. He's quick. But I'm curious if Dante Jameson would have been the player that was running those plays.
Definitely so. And, of course, also number 20, Nasir Williams, on the charts as well. Not playing. Beltran slotted in that backup position to Ianuzio. So we probably won't see number 20 tonight.
So refs blowing the whistle. 2nd and 9. For Kean, they'll move back over to the right hash. So they started on the right hash, moved it to the left, go back to the right. Playing hot potato. Nungesser in the backfield. He'll be joined by Dorr. Zerillo on the near side as well as Ianuzio. Far side, gotta look out for Carlock. He's made some big catches so far in this one. Nungesser drops back, looking to his right, looking to his left, scrambles out to his left. He's gonna have to make a man miss, and he goes down at the 44. An attempted slide from Nungesser is bottled up by Nicholas Burgess.
Nice job by Burgess there. It looked like Nungesser was going to slide.
So a man down for Kean. 3rd down for the Cougars. Montclair State will have the chance to huddle up here. So we hope the player on the 35 is doing okay. So Montclair, after having some good opening field position, gives it back to Kean. But it's not the worst case in the world when your defense is playing as well as they have so far in this one.
No, not at all. And, with play halted right now, defense is getting a little break. And, they gave up some points already, but only one touchdown, essentially. So, I mean, got to get another stop, and this offense has to get rolling. And, it's going to take some time. And, of course, literally you have under 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. You just got to keep the possession going if you're the Red Hawks. It's literally a one-possession game right now, Matt. And it's tough to say that right now.
Yeah.
And if you're both teams, it's a dogfight, man. It's a dogfight.
Yeah.
And I hate to use that expression, but now, with that miscue early on in the third quarter, it's kind of getting a little, the tide kind of turning flip-flop.
And at one point it seemed like Montclair was far and away in a great position to be leading this game, right? Up 16-0, they just missed the extra point. That kind of hurts you now as you're up. You could have been up 17-9.
Yeah.
And so now you're up 16-9, right? 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this third quarter. The defense has done great so far. I mean, they're holding Nungesser to just about nothing. They've had a few plays that haven't gone their way. So they'll look to capitalize here to bring up a 3rd and 7 for Nungesser and the Cougars. Carlock comes to the near side. Zerillo and Inozio on the far side. Nungesser drops back, looking towards his left, throws it to Carlock, incomplete. Too short. And bring up the punting unit for the Cougars, and that's something that we've said a good amount today.
Yeah.
Montclair State just doing a great job of not letting Kean get those first downs and build any sort of momentum, giving the ball right back to Mason Murdoch and the Red Hawks.
Yeah, definitely so. And, I mean, like you said, Matt, this defense has been stellar so far for the Red Hawks.
So punt away to Zach Lewis. He catches it. Going up, just trucks. Kean goes out to the 25. Zach Lewis with no regard for human life.
Man, I was waiting for that reference.
And it seemed like he was like, oh, should I go right? Should I go left? He's like,
nah, let me
straight through.
Let me hit the right stick up on the Xbox controller.
Don't you mean PlayStation controller?
Either or. Come on now.
All right. We agree to disagree.
Hey, I played Madden 08 back in the day with the PS2.
Yeah.
Vince Young on the cover, man.
It's a good one.
Childhood
Murdoch back for the Red Hawks. Mendez to his right. Murdoch hands it to Mendez. He cuts up the field and bottled it up for nothing. Good leg tackle. Looked like Kevin Coleman. So it brings up a 2nd and 10. Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. 2 tight end set. Murdoch hands it to Mickens again, going out to the outside, trying to cut back in. And absolute nothing again from the Cougars. This rush defense is tough.
Yeah, like I said before, the RPO always kind of bothers me a bit, but I in my opinion, I probably would settle for some QB draw action. I mean, literally, Murdoch has some open field if he tucks that to himself. But then again, I'm not a coach on the field. I'm calling the game as it is. But Montclair State has to, punctuate a drive here.
3rd and long for Murdoch. He rolls out to his right, looking to his right. Gonna take off and scramble himself. He'll get just about 8 yards there. Not enough for the first. They're gonna mark him down about the 27. So a gain of 5. Brings up 4th and 7. And also brings back Michael Fitzpatrick. So your defense is able to get you the ball right back. You have a 1-score lead. Now you give it back to Kean. Give it to hands of Nungesser. Fitzpatrick punts it away. Goes over the head of Zerillo. Montclair State letting it roll all the way to the 15. And a great punt from Fitzpatrick. Putting Kean in a tough position to start this one. And we've seen Kean have some great field possession so far in this game. You know, they've had a few on the 40, a few by the 30. And this one, they're going to be in a tough spot. And that's where Coach Palazzo really strives.
Yeah, definitely so. You know, inside that 20, you know, he likes to dial up some play calls where, you know, you want to make the quarterback uncomfortable and, you know, sending that front seven.
Nungesser hands it off to Dorr and goes up the middle to about the 21, gain of 5. I think that was actually Patrick Belton with the carry. Yeah, it was Beltron. Got 5 up the middle. So good first call.
Michael Ramos on the tackle.
Nungesser and Beltron in the backfield. 2nd and 4 for the Cougars. Nungesser looking left, throwing, going deep, intended for Mobley, just incomplete over the head of Zamir Mobley, and brings up a 3rd and 4.
Mike Carrington and Mike Ramos on the coverage on that.
Definitely good coverage from Harrington there. Mobley didn't have a lot of room to work. You know, if that throw's a little closer, Harrington might have had a play on it. So Nungesser and Beltron in the backfield, 3rd and 4. Montclair State would love to get a 3 and out here. Nungesser gets it. Looking to his left, throws it deep, intended for Carlock, and falls right in front of him. They're going after Harrington, but not having any success with it. Brings up a 4th and 4 for Kean.
Yeah, Kamani Carrington, good coverage on of course, Carlock there. And the Cougars will send out the punting unit.
So welcome back, Nick Firth. Zach Lewis awaits. Firth boots it. Lewis tracking it down, catches it about the 39, rolling out to his right. He'll go down about the 41, 42. Great coverage from Naz Neal.
Well, Matt, I know we're both calling the game here, but over at MSU Soccer Park at Pitcher Field, Brandon Morazzo and Anthony Cafone had the call for men's soccer against Rowan. So far, 3-0 to the home side. Own goal, Amir Lukovic, and, of course, Josiah Crawford. That's almost at the end of the first half. 3-0 Redhawks against the Rowan Profs.
Men's soccer
at Pitzer Field.
Continuing their hot streak. Teams looked really good so far this semester. Women's soccer unfortunately lost at Rowan.
You know, just after this play, hear from Murdoch.
Kurtzman in motion. First time we're seeing Aiden Kurtzman today. Murdoch snaps it, hands it off to Mickens, goes for nothing, runs into a brick wall. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, like you said, you know, unfortunately women's soccer did lose today, but I think it really is a good loss. You know, you get that one on your record, you know, and then you regroup for the next one, of course. And then the next game against Rutgers North home, the chilly Wednesday night, of course, and then of course you're going to see Rowan again in the NJAC tournament.
So Murdoch and Mickens, as well as the fullback in the backfield. Michael Stellatella. Murdoch drops back, looking to his right. Takes a short option to Mickens. Makes a little move, goes down about the 44. Kean Cougars all over that one. Brings up 3rd and 8. Kurtzman comes off. Riley Nelson goes back in, as well as Zach Lewis. Campbell, I'd say this is a pretty big 3rd down. You have the chance to move across Kean's side of the field, see if they can do it. Murdoch drops back, looking towards his right, takes a screen to Mickens. Mickens going up the field. Mickens going to his right, makes a man miss, and over the Red Hawk at about the 43, and that's a Red Hawk 1st down.
But Kai Mickens just had one defender to beat, and he got ankle picked. But nonetheless, it's a first down for the Redhawks.
And what a move. And I thought that play was going to get blown up immediately. Mickens able to make a few guys miss. Get that first down and move those chains for Montclair State. Murdoch and Mickens will remain in the backfield. Mickens drops back, looking deep. Looks towards his right now, scrambling towards his right. Has a man wide open. It's Eric Cohen. Eric Cohen going on the 16. Makes a man truck. He's going in. He stays in bounds for a touchdown. Eric Cohen continues to amaze. 2 touchdowns for Eric Cohen and 2 big ones. And Montclair State takes a 22-9 lead here in the third quarter.
Trucking like a bulldozer, Eric Cohen. Man, wow.
Eric Cohen, man, like a bowling ball, straight over those Kean Cougars. Able to keep his feet in bounds and extend the lead to 2 possessions now for Montclair State. Michael Fitzpatrick with the extra point and goes wide left. Montclair State with a 13-point lead now, 22-9. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And wow, Campbell.
And
that's
a score you needed. And, you know, I mean, tight ends are playmakers as well, Matthew. And a great job by him, you know, to get the first down. Great job of a pocket awareness from Murdoch to literally roll out, find a wide open Eric Cohen. Cohen getting the yards after the catch and more.
Yeah.
And finds the end zone for 6.
Eric Cowan, the tight end from Lakehurst, New Jersey. 2 touchdowns on the day. And if you have Eric Cowan in fantasy, you're in good shape.
Hey, Eric Cowan with 2 touchdowns tonight. Plus 20 for those MSU students.
Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Montclair State leading 22-9. Fitzpatrick with the second extra point missed on the day. Waiting to kick it up. Zerillo awaits. Goes off the hands of a Cougar and goes into the hands of Zerillo. He goes to his left, making his man miss, spinning and winning, going down to the 32.
31-32.
So they're saying the Montclair is trying to argue that the ball came out. Dylan Sharkey ended up with the ball in his hands. So Nungesser comes back on the field with another 2-score deficit. Going to need to get their offense going here with just about 2:43 to go in the third. Nungesser and Dorr in the backfield. Put Mobley in motion. Nungesser keeps himself going to his right and gets about 5. So that's something that Nungesser can really do. I mean, we saw him march in for a touchdown earlier in the first half, and he's also their second leading rusher for this Kean team, so we know he can run. And Montclair's done a good job of having a quarterback spy on him for the most part.
Yeah, you know, he likes to, you know, go on those QB draws at times and those, you know, like fake that RPO, Matt. And you know, he's a good athlete in that back in himself.
2nd and 5. Nungesser drops back, looking towards his right, pump fakes, and gets sacked.
They might give him a couple yards.
Good play from Amari Wilmore, nonetheless.
They are going to say a loss of 1. Okay. He didn't get back.
Couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage, so brings up a 3rd and 6. And these are where the third downs start to become critical. I mean, I said that on the last drive for Montclair State. They were able to get past the 50, and it led to a huge touchdown from Eric Cowan. Nungesser and Kean, 3rd and 6. Nungesser, play action, rolling out to his left, has a few Montclair State defenders on him, can't roll out. He's going to throw it away, and that's going to be intentional grounding is what Montclair's calling for.
Definitely might get it here.
Didn't see really any receivers nearby. Nungesser had to do
Probably a hold.
They're going to decline, it seems like.
So 4th down anyway.
Yep, so holding on the offense. Montclair elected to decline. Not give them another chance at 3rd down. So brings on the punting unit. So welcome back to the field, Nick Firth. And hello, Zach Lewis. Montclair State showing some pressure on that line. Boots it away. Zach Lewis tracking it down. Ball drops. Zach Lewis catches it. Makes one man miss, but can't make another. And they'll give his forward progress at about the 16. So 22-9. Montclair leads. Just about a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. And, you know, this Montclair State offense is putting in some work today.
Yeah, they have been doing a good job, Matt. You know, establishing a drive, and, you know, it's been 2 big plays that have gone into the end zone, both by Eric Cowan. And
he's got 4 catches, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day.
Not bad for a tight end.
Could you do better?
No, I probably be more of a fullback type. Maybe a Kyle Juszczyk or a little Jerome Bettis action.
I like that.
Steamrolling through the 1st level into the 2nd level.
Murdoch in the backfield as well as Mendez. Murdoch gets it. We'll hand it off to Mendez, going up the middle. Falls down about the 20. Gain of about 3. I feel like you could be a good possession receiver.
No.
You don't think so?
Too small, and we have a Kean player down. Maybe probably more of a Julian Edelman type of receiver.
Yeah, possession guy.
Definitely, you know, catches the ball, runs good routes, and, you know, turns upfield and, you know, decides to not want to get hit.
Yeah.
You know, goes out of bounds at the right time.
Yeah. Just, you know, under 10-yard routes. Keep things simple. Make things easier for the quarterback. And, I mean, that's what we've seen Montclair do a good amount today. They've had some checkdowns to Mickens, which have had some success. Riley Nelson had a good catch before for 7 yards. You know, this is a Montclair State offense that if it can get going, you know, they're dangerous. And we've seen that so far today.
Definitely so.
And with a dangerous offense also comes with a combatant defense. I mean, this team has been good so far, and see the Kean player walking off is a good sign. Looks like Joshua Harris getting some help off the field. Hope he's all okay. So it brings back 2nd and 8 for Mason Murdoch and Montclair State. And we're seeing some more Aaron Kurtzman. Murdoch hands it off. Nothing much there. Get him maybe 1. Henry Lewis on the carry. Freshman from Pennington, New Jersey. But he goes out just as well as Kurtzman. Bryce Pitts checks in. Haven't called his name today. So that will bring the end of the 3rd quarter. Montclair State leading 22-9 in Campbell. I mean, a good game so far for the Redhawks on all sides of the ball.
Definitely so, Matt. And, you know, you got 50 minutes left to, you know, choose some clock, you know, probably get more points on the board and prevent this Kean defense from coming back and either tying or taking the lead.
And we know, so on Cade's offensive side, right, we know Nungesser can run really well. Montclair State's doing a really good job of bottling up, not letting him really get outside the pocket, and forcing him to make incompletions. I mean, Nungesser today, 14 of 34 for for just 92 yards. I mean, that's 20 incompletions that Montclair State has done a great job of being able to prevent them from getting any source of offense.
And opposite the side, Mason Murdoch has thrown for 206 yards. So a lot of the places that he is making has been mostly, 20-plus yards throws, I should say, 20-plus yards, and throws have been for scores.
And the offensive line down the trenches for Montclair State, Murdoch's only been sacked once. Pregame in the backfield with Murdoch. Start of the fourth quarter, starts with Murdoch rolling out to his right, takes a short pass to Mendez, who drops it, and will bring out the punting unit. Might have been enough for the first down, but we won't know for sure as Fitzpatrick and the special teams unit comes back out on the field. So Zerillo as well as Glover wait back for Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be a super important drive for Kean. 22-9, they trail. 14 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the fourth.
This one into the wind.
And it looks like Kean got a piece of that, and the ball will roll to their own 46. So Kean already starting in Montclair's zone. And a chance here to try and cut this deficit.
Yeah, 46, 40, in between there.
So this is going to be one of the more important drives for the Cougars here. See if Robbie Nungerser can lead him.
Yeah, Nungerser has not had a good day throwing-wise, but his pocket awareness has paid dividend to the Montclair State rush that has been coming at him.
This Montclair front seven's dangerous. Nungesser with Dorr to his left. Nungesser drops back, looking towards his right. He's going to take a shot deep down the field. Brendan Ray almost comes down with it just over his head. And that's a first down incompletion for Nungesser.
And that was going right towards him, too. And Brendan Ray was all alone in that vicinity. And definitely, he was bad. He was backpedaling.
So shot intended for Zerillo. And we've seen those two have a connection in previous games. Not much today. Brendan Ray read that play quite well. Brings up 2nd and 10. Montclair State showing some pressure. Jay Cullen at the line. Steps back. Nungesser in the shotgun. Drops back. It's a low snap. Looking towards his right. Going to have to scramble back to his left. He's going to take a shot. Throws it out of bounds. A couple Kean members help him up. Goes incomplete and brings up 3rd and 10. So Kean has kind of abandoned the run here. I mean, they haven't been able to get any source of yards in this drive. 2 straight incompletions. Brings up a long 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and I understand you're down by two scores, but maybe establish a run game. Choose some clock off, then try to go for the big play. First incompletion and then another incompletion where your quarterback rolls out. Nungesser
drops back, throws it short for Mobley for maybe a yard, and brings up a 4th and 9, and here comes the punting unit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you do things differently there, right, and maybe you run it on that first play, get a few, and then you do a little drag route to Mobley, I mean, would you go for it on 4th and 5 or shorter? Here, down by 2 scores, 14 minutes left in the 4th. You're on good field position here.
Too early to tell.
Trust the defense. And Firth almost blocked. Goes back to Zach Lewis. He'll catch it at about the 15. Goes down at the 16. Well, that's the 11. So Zach Lewis goes down at the 11, and Montclair State close to their own territory. Kean trusting their defense here in the 4th quarter.
Definitely, if I'm Montclair State, I probably would go maybe on the run game a bit.
So Mickens and Ferrigno will start things off with Mason Murdoch and Montclair State. So if they listen to you, Campbell, they'd run it here, get the clock moving. And you got a 2-score lead. And time is on your side.
I mean, honestly, it won't be mad if Coach Sharapa doesn't listen to maybe my suggestion, but, you know, who knows?
So Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Hands it to Mickens. Makes a quick cut up the middle. Goes down at about the 12. So made it maybe a gain of yard of 1 or 2.
Hey, at least I got my thinking cap
Yeah.
on by that decision, but
Coach Rampa's listening. He's like, oh, Campbell thinks we should run it. Let's do it.
but, you know, I definitely think, you know, once you shoot some clock up, you're up by, you know, 2 possessions, and you got two good athletic running backs in the backfield, and plus your fullback that can help you block as well.
Murdoch in the pistol, hands it behind him to Mickens, who gets stuffed again. About the 13. So don't think they got anything there. So we get to the latter side of under 13 minutes now. It brings up a 3rd and down. Now things could be kind of interesting here. I mean, do you run it for the 3rd straight time and just trust your defense, who's been doing great so far? Or do you pass it and try and get this 1st down, move those chains, and keep the ball away from Nungesser?
I'm trying to think because it's a 3rd and long scenario here.
3rd and 8. Murdoch drops back, gives it to Mickens. It goes down at about the 16. So they hand it off and elect to keep the clock going and trust the defense that has done great so far today. So Brennan Ray, Mike Ramos, and the guys will prep to get back on the field and hope Fitzpatrick can put a long one going. Glover, as well as Zerillo, await around the 50-yard line.
Need a good punt here from Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick gets it, punts it away. It's a pretty good one. Good catch there by Glover. So he goes down at the 46. And so, I mean, solid field possession for Kean. Right around the midfield. I mean, a 1st down puts you over the other side. And that's what Nungesser is going to have to worry about here. It's just, you know, keep things simple. I mean, we saw on the last drive that they had, they took a few shots early, and that led to just a 3rd and long that they weren't able to come back from. So I'm curious to see if, you know, maybe they'll run it on the 1st play, try and get some yards, and give Nungesser some momentum heading into this one. Beltran will be in the backfield. Adams will be in front. Zerillo, Karlock, and Ianazia. And they're going to move them up about 5 yards over across the 50. So Nungesser in great spot here. 1st
One
and
name
10.
we haven't called all day is Dimitri Pali.
Nungesser drops back, experiencing some pressure. Nungesser loads it up deep. Incomplete, intended for Ianazia. And a little bit of a cornerback blitz drawn up from Coach Palazzo there. Jalil Terrell.
I'm always a little skeptical of the corner, you know, playing that, you know, rush position in blitzing.
I mean, Terrell was about a half a second away from causing a fumble against Nungesser there. So it's always something to keep your mind on if you're going up against Coach Palazzo, who likes to drop his style of defense. Nungesser in the backfield with Jay Adams. 11 minutes, 43 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Montclair State leads 22-9. Nungesser drops back, looking towards his left, makes a short throw, but it's intercepted by Montclair State, and they're going to call it incomplete. Kamani Carrington looking like a wide receiver that Nungesser just threw it right to him. But they're going to say it hit the ground. And unfortunately, can't go to the VR booth. So 3rd and 10. I mean, this is what we saw the last time Kean had the ball. I mean, they had good field position, and then just 2 incompletions put them in the 3rd and 10. See if Nungesser can make something happen here, trailing by 13. Montclair State's zone blitz. Nungesser drops back, looking to his left, going for it all, and it's going to be incomplete. Way too far, intended for Mobley, and some people on the ground around the 50-yard line.
Looked like Chris Buke.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with maybe some after the play activities.
Montclair State fans want a flag.
Yeah, they're not too happy with what just unfolded. But Montclair State's going to get the ball nonetheless. Drops back with the punt. Zach Lewis awaits it, catches it, and is met immediately at about the 15. And a flag is thrown about the 41. And we might see another running into the kicker. And if you can hear the fans here at Sprague, they are very unhappy.
The boo birds are out right now. And when Chris Book was essentially double teamed after the play was over, no flag was there.
And so they're going to decline the penalty. So Montclair's going to have it.
Why would they? Would that have been an automatic first? No?
I'm guessing not. 'Cause, I mean, why would you decline it if so? I guess
But
they liked.
But was it? Isn't it a 5-yard penalty though?
It must have been.
Okay, then that's why they would
So
decline.
they're content with where they pinned Montclair, which is in between the 20 and the goal line, at about the 15-ish. So Montclair's offense come back on the field with a 2-score lead. Matt Spitucci goes out wide. Murdoch and Mickens in the backfield. Murdoch gets it, hands it off to Mendez. Mendez cutting up the field and is met immediately by the Cougars. Goes down about the 17. Gain of maybe 1. So I'm guessing we're going to see a similar play call that we saw from the last time Montclair State had the ball. You just run the ball. You know, you got time on your side. Run the ball. Try and get Mendez going. More Mickens. Looks like Mendez is out there. Couple extra tight ends. 2nd and 9 for Murdoch. Hands it to Mendez. Goes to his right, and he's got some space. Cuts back in. Goes across maybe the 18. So the run game hasn't fared too well for Montclair State. Mendez, 11 carries, 18 yards. But a 22-9 lead for Montclair State.
Yeah, I definitely maybe, you kind of want to probably like put it in the air or probably just keep on the ground and just chew clock.
So 3rd and 9, and it brings up the dilemma for Montclair State. Are you going to go for it, or are you going to just hand it off and accept where you are? Murdoch gets it, rolls out to his left, has a man open, throws it to him. Completion goes across the 22. Don't think that will be enough for the first down. Caught by the fullback for Rigno.
Hey, he was tackled in bounds.
Tackled in bounds, so the clock still runs. Michael Fitzpatrick will make another appearance. Seen him a fair amount today. Just about 9 minutes to go here in the 4th. Montclair leading 22-9. And just one man back deep for Kean. There's trying to send the house here. Fitzpatrick gets it up. Small punt. And Kean falls down on it about the 34. So almost a blocked punt and a scary situation for Fitzpatrick, but does a good job of getting it across the 40 on the opposite side. So we cross.
Yeah, with under 9 here, Matt, the Cougars have to establish a drive here, down 2 scores.
I mean, there's still 9 minutes left, but yeah, like you said, Campbell, I mean, it's got to start now. I mean, you got to have that sense of urgency where, all right, we're down by 2. Let's see if the offense can get something going for the Cougars. Nungesser Drops back, looking to his left, takes a shot early, intended for Carlock, and it's complete. Goes across the opposite 30 for the Cougars, and that's their biggest play that we've seen for them in quite a while.
Definitely so.
What a throw from Nungesser, putting it right in the breadbasket of Jason Carlock, who's had some good success today against the Redhawks. And coverage from Carrington on that far side. And Nungesser hurrying things up for the Cougars here. Drops back, rolling out to his right now. Throws it just short of Zerillo. And they're going to call roughing the passer on Dimitri Polly. Nungesser was hit after the throw.
Yeah, well after. You can be judgmental about it, but
can't touch the quarterback.
Yeah, not anymore. So it's going to be free 15.
And I mean, that's like a perfect play. Yeah, so roughing passer on number 6, Dimitri Polly. I mean, and that's like a perfect play if you're Kean, although you can't draw that up. That's 15 yards. Time's not running. It's still 8 minutes, 22 seconds left on the clock. So now they go into the red zone in just 2 plays. Deep shot to Carlock and then a shot to Nungesser after the play. And so the Kean now showing some urgency here. Nungesser. Beltran in the backfield. Nungesser gets it, looking to his left, takes a shot to Carlock, and a good completion there. Goes across the 6 and pushed after the play is out of bounds. No flags thrown. A nice little curl route from Carlock there.
Jason Carlock looking a little shifty with the moves tonight. A little shifty action.
And I'm kind of curious, like, Kean should have been doing these like nice little routes all game. Under 8 minutes to go here. 2nd and 2 for the Cougars at about the 6-yard line. Put Mobley in motion. They're going to give it to Mobley. Oh, Nungesser keeps it himself, goes up the middle for a touchdown. And Kean Cougars bring this within 1 score.
It's that QB draw again, Matthew.
Hey,
Nungesser got it before, but go ahead.
I mean, I was just about to say, we know he's got the wheels, and he just makes an incredible read, looking like Mason Murdoch with that read option. Nungesser goes up the middle for a touchdown. And now we have an extra point attempt from Chrysopis. Chrysopis puts it up, splits the uprights. Kean trails by 6. It's actually Logan Matthews. And now the Cougars making things interesting and going to force Montclair State to do some offense. So 22-16. What once was a 16-0 lead for Montclair State. It's now they're up by just 6.
And those missed extra points do hurt you now. They do hurt you now. If you know, and Michael Fitzpatrick has to be thinking about that.
And yeah, might come back to haunt him. And if he sinks those 2, they're up by 8 here, and on a worst case scenario where Kean scores again, they can only tie it up. Wilkins and Ramos await the kickoff from Chrysopis. 7 minutes, 42 seconds to go here in the 4th. Chrysopis boots it up this time, no squib. Wilkins is under it, he catches it. Going across the middle, trying to make a man miss, going out to the outside, lands at about the 30. And some more extracurriculars after the play. You know, these NJAC matches get a little heated.
Yeah, we know these teams don't like each other. Of course, MSU here in Upper Montclair, of course, Kean, you know, along Morris Avenue in Union, New Jersey, right along 22. A little off the Parkway action, you know, not a long drive.
All the way about the Parkway. Murdoch in the backfield with Mickens. Murdoch hands it off to him. Immediately swallowed up in the backfield. It's Micaiah Mickens, a loss of about 2. And these Kean Cougars are coming to play here in the fourth quarter. So 2nd and 11 for Montclair State. You know, just how we said, you know, Kean is going to need some urgency. Should we say the same about Montclair State? You know, we've just seen them run the ball after run the ball these last few drives and just been giving it back, right back to the Cougars. 2nd and 11 here. Under 7 minutes to go here. They hand it off to Mickens again, able to get some running room there. Up to about the 34, gain of about 5, and brings up another 3rd down. This one, then 6.
Definitely, I really think you want to see a pass here if you're the Red Hawks, because if you get a pass and completion, get tackled and bounce. Get tackled and bounce, you're chewing clock. It's literally, you got 6.5 left. Get the 1st down, and either, if you don't, pin them in their own 10.
Murdoch calling the shots. 3rd and 6 for Montclair State. It's a bad fumble. Goes past Murdoch. He falls on it and accepts the 4th down and long. Montclair State down about the 16. Brings up a huge play for the Kean Cougars. Now who look to get the ball back. Under 6 minutes to go here and a chance to tie things up or take the lead.
And that is the worst things. That's the worst thing that could have happened if you're the Red Hawks, but also the best thing. Because if Murdoch were to pick that up and fumbled it, and the Cougars recovered, and it would not have been good.
Kean sends the house. Nobody's able to get there. Zarilla waits back as the ball bounces around the 45. It'll drop to the 44. So Kean's in a great spot now. You know, 5 minutes, 23 seconds to go here in the 4th. Robbie Nungesser comes back onto the field after a great last drive. And things are getting interesting here, Campbell.
Little interesting, Matt.
A little bit of interesting. So now Robbie Nungesser trots onto the field. Montclair State's defense, which has looked good so far here, is going to have to hold the Cougars to nothing here.
I know it's been the Jason Carlock show for the Cougars, but I want to see Mobley get involved.
He goes in motion. Nungesser hands it off to Beltran. Scrambles up the middle for a gain of about 10. I think they're going to call it short of the 1st down. So maybe just 9 for Beltran. And, I mean, shot out of a cannon in that first play. Montclair State's defense might be tired here. They're going to have to find that second wind.
It's getting loud right now, Matt. Both sides feeding energy.
And this game hasn't really felt like it's been close. I mean, Montclair State had a huge lead out the gate.
They did, yeah.
And things now are getting interesting. So Nungesser in the backfield with Beltran to his left. 2nd and short. Just 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the 4th. Nungesser gets it, looks to his right. They're going to call a false start on the Cougars and probably push them back.
Or delay game.
Yeah, pick your poison. So that will bring up 2nd and 6 now. So negates a great first run from Beltran to set them up in a great spot. 4:30 to go in the 4th. 2nd and 6 for Robbie Nungesser. Mike Ramos, Brennan Ray talking to their defense. And Sprague's starting to get into it. See what's at stake. Nungesser in the shotgun. Montclair showing blitz. Will they bring it? They drop him back. Nungesser pump fakes, looking deep to right. Ionesi with a one-hand snag. He goes up the middle, and what a tackle by Mike Ramos to hold him to just the 30-yard line. And that's a huge first down to Kean. And Ionesio is down on the ground, gets up. Is going to be able to jog off on his own power.
Yeah, Ionesio looked like he somersaulted after the huge hit stick from Mike Ramos. And luckily, you know, if Ionesio would have gotten past Ramos, it would have been a much bigger game.
Saved the touchdown there. Mike Ramos, you know, just standing at 5'9", packs a big punch.
He does.
So under 4 minutes to go here now. Young guys are getting things up to the line quickly. First and 10 for the Cougars. Nungesser drops back. Montclair showing some blitz. Nungesser going for it all. Deep left. Incomplete. Intended for Carlock. I mean, we see that so often from Nungesser. He likes to take that first shot on first down.
He does. And, 3:38 left. I mean, you have your timeouts.
You do have your timeouts.
But you also maybe want to get a good run on first down. And, also probably dial up a little pass play as well.
So in the backfield is Beltran as well as Adams. Nungesser drops back, rolling to his right, looking right. It's Ionezio who comes right back onto the field. Incomplete off the hand of Ionezio, and brings up 3rd and 10. And just 4 seconds come off the clock.
And I think if you're the Cougars, I think this is 4-down territory. Definitely have to get a good gain here on 3rd down. But,
yeah,
of course.
Well, if you trust George Christophis to sink a field goal from this range, you can bring it within 3. Nonetheless, 3rd and 10. Robbie Nussinger drops back, looking to his left, has pressure. It's a screen. Good screen drawn up for Beltran. He makes a move towards the inside, across the 24, first down for the Cougars.
Points to make that statement. What a play call by offensive coordinator David Gallant.
I mean, yeah, what a play call indeed. I mean, he pretty much was like, oh, Coach Palazzo, I'll raise your blitz up to a screen, and that's just a perfect combination when you bring so many players out and the offensive line just lets them go through and creates that space for Beltran, and a first down here with just 3 minutes to go in the 4th. Nussinger and back with Beltran, goes to his right now. Nussinger drops back, looking up, goes, he knows he can run over the hands of Ionezio, and they're going to throw a flag.
I think he might have went over the line of scrimmage. I think it's a legal forward pass.
So Nussinger stepped up a lot in that pocket. Kind of looked like he was going to take off. Decided to throw it at the last second. Curious to see what the play call, or what the refs will say. Under 3 minutes to go here in the 4th. Every play call matters now. A 1-score lead for Montclair State. 22-16. And we get the call.
Are we gonna call potential grounding? Okay, it's potential grounding. I thought it was a legal forward pass because he was over the line.
Yeah, I don't know if.
But he's a loss of down.
It's a loss of down.
But he wasn't outside the. I don't know if he was outside the box.
So interesting call from the refs. Nussinger now back at the 6, 2nd and 15 on Montclair's 25. Nussinger drops back, facing some pressure, steps up into the pocket, looking for some run. He can run. He's going up, going out the side, slides at the 7. Nussinger using his legs anytime he has to, and I mean, why not? What a job to get out of the pocket and get out of the pressure. Brings up a fresh set of downs here in the 4th. 1st and goal for Kean and the Cougars. Nussinger, Beltran in the backfield. And Montclair's got to have a spy on him. He's dangerous here in the red zone.
Definitely so, that. I mean,
1st and goal.
Great option.
Nussinger gets it, gives it up to Beltran, scrambles up the middle, just outside the touchdown at about maybe the 2. 2nd and goal comes up now. And we get under 2 minutes here in the 4th. And now it's a matter of, like, if you're Kean, are you thinking of, all right, maybe we shouldn't score right away? Or is that just not what you're thinking about? You're just trying to punch it in no matter what. You don't care about the time.
I mean, if you look at the clock, Matt, I mean, teams both have all the timeouts. So it's possibly a winning game here. And, I mean, I don't mind seeing.
And in motion, Nussinger gives it to Beltran, punching up the middle, and stuffed. Montclair State defense holding strong. will bring up a 3rd down and goal. And the clock continues to tick, Campbell. Minute and 20 to go, 34 on the play clock.
I mean, if you're head coach David Gallant, I mean, look for that read option play. It's benefited them.
So Nasir Williams comes in, and he'll be right next to Nussinger. The first time we're seeing Williams today, one of their leading rushers. 22-16, Montclair leads. 50 seconds to go. Nussinger gets it. INSU in motion. He's going to his left. Can he get in? And he does. It's a touchdown for Kean. And we're all tied up at 22. What a move from INSU, and what a play call from Kean to tie things up, pending the kick from Logan Matthews. And like we mentioned before, are those extra points missed by Montclair State going to come back and bite them? We'll find out right here. Logan Matthews sets up, puts the kick up and in. Kean has a 23-22 lead. 45 seconds left to go in the 4th.
Down 16, now with the lead. A great effort by this Kean Cougars team to come back. And like we said, Matt, it's really biting the Montclair State special teams that Michael Fitzpatrick couldn't put those 2 extra points away.
So Montclair State trails by 1 now. Like we mentioned, Fitzpatrick missed 2 extra points earlier in this game. Could have been a 1-point lead if those go in and go a different way. But now 45 seconds left in the 4th. Montclair State has all their timeouts left. And a quarterback that has had some good success today connecting with his receivers. Clarence Wilkins and Henry Lewis back to return. George Chrysafis takes a big step back. And boots it away. Clarence Wilkins going to take it, catches it. Goes across the 16, cutting to his left. Goes to the outside, a flag is thrown. Goes across to the 22 and taken down. Thrown away. There is a flag down at the 30-yard line. Away from Clarence Wilkins in the play. So 37 seconds now left in the 4th as Montclair State trails by 1. And so we talked about Fitzpatrick, right, with his missed extra points. But now he has the chance to be the savior. I mean, if Murdoch and Montclair State can march down the field and get into a spot where Fitzpatrick's comfortable from, he could, get rid of those woes. So they're going to call holding on offense. So they were at a solid field position. Now they go back a little further. And also, do you start to think about those drives where they just ran it 3 times and didn't really have a sense of urgency?
Yeah. I mean, they're running the ball, and your running backs can't get outside. And also, I mean, if you go for a literally a slant or a nice little drag route, get some yards, choose some more clock, I mean, get multiple first downs.
Murdoch alone, throws it to his right. It's Clarence Wilkins, catches the ball and immediately tackled. What a stop by Nas Neal. Montclair State forced to take their first timeout, and not a good first play for the Redhawks. So we saw them going empty backfield
and
there.
This Kean sideline is absolutely jumping right now.
And to counter that, Montclair is so quiet. And it just seems like the balloon has just been popped. It's just deflation.
And the air is sunk in.
Yeah. And things are looking bleak for the Redhawks here. 30 seconds to go in the 4th. A 2nd and 8 on their own 17. 2 timeouts. And a sophomore quarterback. What will Coach Sharapper draw up here? Another empty backfield. Nelson Spatucci on the near side. Murdoch drops back. Looking immediately to his right. Going to throw it incomplete in between Wilkins and Zach Lewis. So another wide receiver screen on 2nd and long. 25 seconds now in the 4th. It's obviously 4-down territory. So what does Coach Sharapa and Coach G have in store for this Montclair State offense? That's back is against the wall. 3rd and 8. 25 seconds to go in the 4th. Montclair State trails by 1. Murdoch in the backfield by himself. Drops back, looking to his right, steps up into the pocket, makes a long throw off the hands of Zach Lewis and in his hands. What a catch. And he goes down about 25, 26, 27-ish with a first down, moves the chains. So Montclair State calls their 2nd timeout, and they get across to the 27. 18 seconds to go in the 4th, and just 1 timeout remain. I don't think they'll do another wide receiver screen.
No, and you obviously can, but I mean, at least get your receivers up. I mean, you know, I don't want to be, you know, on that 4 verticals type vibe yet, but I mean, at least get guys space, because you know that secondary is going to be probably crowding out to possibly the 40, the opposite 35-yard line.
And these receivers have had success today. I mean, we've seen Eric Cowan, you know, have some huge plays. So we'll see what they bring here. 1 timeout left for Montclair State. Some fans standing, some sitting. 18 seconds to go in the 4th. Montclair State trails by 1. Murdoch in the backfield by himself. Drops back, looking to his left. Takes a short throw, deflected by Kean. Tymier Briggs with a huge play there. Pass was intended short for Spatucci. Looked like they were just going to do a quick little play here. Kean not playing too much prevent defense. Just about 7 yards of separation between the receivers and the corners. Murdoch by himself again. Kean shows 4. 15 seconds to go. Murdoch drops back. They rush 4. Murdoch going to his left. Going to take off himself. You know he can run, and goes out of bounds about the 40. Good enough for a first down and good enough to not use your timeouts, but 9 seconds to go in the 4th. And now, Campbell, I'm curious as to what's the target line that you want and you would feel comfortable enough to send Fitzpatrick out there to try and boot it up between the uprights.
Probably the, I would say 20, 25-yard line. That's my observation there.
9 seconds to go. You have your timeout, so you can go over the middle of the field here. Murdoch drops back, looking to his right, goes, scrambles out to his right, able to stay on his feet. Kenny, he can't. He drops down, and a sack by Kean. 3 seconds to go in the 4th, and Montclair State takes their last timeout. And their backs are against the wall here with 3 seconds left. And we've seen, I called the scrimmage of Montclair State before the season started, right? And it seemed like when they had moments like these where they had to take a deep shot, they would bring in McLaughlin to take the shot. So I'm curious, you know, you have 3 seconds left. You don't have the chance for a field goal, really, and you have to take that Hail Mary. And I'm curious if Aiden McLaughlin will come in. The sophomore from Monroe. So Montclair State, after leading as much as 16, now find themselves down by 1. 3 seconds left, and Kean has 4 defenders on the opposite 20-yard line. We'll see Murdoch out there. Did they take a Hail Mary or did they do the lateral game? Question we will have answered just about 10 seconds. 3 seconds to go in the 4th. Montclair trails 23-22. Murdoch back to throw. 2nd and 16, but that doesn't matter. Murdoch drops back, looking to his right, steps up into the pocket, stepping up a lot, chucks it deep. Goes not enough. Intercepted by Kean, and that's a game-winning interception by the Cougars, trailing as much as 16, come back and win this one 23-22 against Montclair State and absolutely shock the Redhawks.
Montclair State falling 0-2 in NJAC play, and the Cougars will go 1-1. And that is tough. That is absolutely tough. And it's heartbreaking for the Redhawks because you had the lead and you let it slip away, and now you can't go back from that.
And not to be too critical, but it kind of seemed like they were just complacent.
Yeah.
They didn't play with aggressiveness. They let the clock go. They were just going to try and run out the clock. And now it came back to bite them. And, you know, we were pondering whether those Fitzpatrick extra point misses were going to hurt them. And, I mean, you lose by 1, you miss 2 extra points. I mean, I'm no mathematician, Campbell, but that's 2 points you leave on the board, and that's a win.
That's 24-23. That's literally 24-23 or 27-23 if he makes that field goal to end the half as well.
So a 1-4 Kean team comes to Sprague to face a 2-3 Montclair, both being 0-1 in the NJAC. One of those had to give. Kean comes out on top, 23-22 in an intense match that really came down to the end.
Yeah, but give credit to that Kean team for not, breaking. And, they came back.
Yeah.
And, that's a Kean team that fought and deserved that win comfortably because, and I don't want to be critical, but, Montclair State, felt a little, like we say, complacent, but a little conservative of their approach to achieve the clock.
And I mean, you made a great point. I mean, as much as, Montclair kind of let it slip away, this Kean team battled back. I mean, Robbie Nunstianger able to lead this team to victory.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed such incredible poise with his legs, being able to run up the middle and get those touchdowns. And, I mean, a huge win for the Cougars. A team that goes 1-1 now in the NJAC. And so we'll see where these teams head. Montclair State will face TC&J next week at TC&J for another NJAC match. And so we'll see where these teams end up. Montclair State loses this one 23-22 here in Upper Montclair. For the Red Hawk Sports Network, for Campbell Donovan, I'm Matt Boucher saying have a very great night.